How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to another collection video. Today we're going to do my PS3 collection. It's not that many games, as unfortunately as a kid I did end up trading in, selling, or giving away a lot of my PS3 games, but I did hold on to the ones that truly left a mark for me as far as in my gaming journey. You're going to see a lot of series games going on, like groups of three, groups of twos. But we're going to go ahead and get started with the BioShock series. BioShock 1, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite. Love these games. These are some of my favorite games, man. As far as my favorite one's actually BioShock 2. I know a lot of people seem to not really like BioShock 2, but I thought BioShock 2 was awesome. I loved playing as the Big Daddy himself. I thought it was amazing. BioShock Infinite's also great, and BioShock 1's just where it all started. Absolutely amazing series. I really, really hope and wish that we'll get another BioShock game soon. I know there's a game coming out. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it is made by the people that worked on BioShock, and it from the trailer that I seen, it did have a lot of BioShock elements to it. But I just want a BioShock 4, man. I really do love this game, love this series, and hopefully you get it soon. And I just want to quickly throw out this cover art right here. It's one of my favorite cover arts right here, man. This one's awesome. Next up is Fight Night Champion, the last great boxing game in my opinion. I've played the Undisputed game in my buddy's house. I think it's okay, but I think the absolute best boxing series is Fight Night for sure. Fight Night 2, Fight Night 3 were great games. I did have those, but like I said, I traded in a lot of my games as a kid. I really wish I didn't do that, but I did. I actually really like Champion. It's the story was pretty good. And fighting, I forget his name. I want to say his name was like Isaac Frost or something. It was something like that. That dude was hard, man. That dude, I remember as a kid. Keep in mind, in the PS3 era, man, I was like, what was that? Maybe like, 12, 13, something like that. I was young, so like it was a hard game. But yeah, I love this game. And to this day, this game still looks great in my opinion. It's one of the better boxing games still around. Next up is it's gonna be another collection, which is the God of War ones, God of War 1 and 2, God of War Ascension, and of course, God of War 3. And I say of course because of these games, God of War 3 is absolutely one of my favorite God of War games. My favorite right now is actually Ragnarok. I love that game. But obviously, if you know, you know, these God of War games are a lot different from the newer God of War games. These God of War games were more of those hack and slash kind of games, where the newer ones are definitely more story driven, more open world ish kind of game. It's still pretty linear, but you know, you're allowed to explore a little bit more. But nothing beats the OGs in my opinion, man. I love the what's it called, the violence and stuff. Like, I think it's just a great game. Kratos is my absolute favorite PlayStation. What would that be? PlayStation IP or whatever. He's my favorite character of all the PlayStation characters. Out of Joel, all those PlayStation characters, the guy from Ghost of Tsushima, Kratos tops them all in my opinion. Love this collection. I'll never give my God of War games away. I have them all, and I can't wait till the next God of War game. I know they're making it. Can't wait. Next up is Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds. Love Marvel vs. Capcom. I remember playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the arcade machines back in the day. Love this game. Me and my buddy played this game a crap ton. We played it all the time when it came out. I'm a big Marvel fan, and this one was perfect in my opinion. I remember it being awesome. My son plays it to this day because he loves Marvel characters. There's a lot of Marvel characters in here, and this one was better than Infinite in my opinion. Infinite came out right after this one. But I think this one was way better. The story was good. And yeah, man, it doesn't keep track of hours. The PS3 doesn't, but I know for sure I spent probably well over 200 hours on this game. We played this game so much. Next up is a game that I'm not afraid to admit that I like. Remember, I was young. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I know it's not really like one of the most popular Mortal Kombat games, but I had fun with this game. And I remember the only reason I was allowed to get my mom did not want to give me this game because she knows Mortal Kombat's not good. I convinced her because it had the DC characters in the game, and I told her, no, Mom, like, it's not the traditional Mortal Kombat kind of games. Fun story, she still didn't get it for me. I had to get my grandma to get it for me. And the only reason my grandma got it for me is because she saw Batman on the cover and she's like, oh, it's just a Batman game. She didn't know no better. I finessed her into getting that one. And I remember opening it on Christmas and my mom was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, hey, she got it for me, man. I didn't tell her she got it for me. But yeah, I love this game. I played a shit ton of it. And I know now looking back, it's not that good. It's not a good fighting game. But when I was as a kid growing up, I remember having a lot of fun with this game because Batman's my favorite superhero, so, and Scorpion's my favorite Mortal Kombat character. So like seeing them to fight each other to me was awesome, and I had a lot of fun with it. Next up is, since we are talking about them, the Batman series: Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City. I do have the third one, Arkham Knight, but I have it on the PS4. They're Batman games. They're amazing. Back when Rocksteady was Rocksteady, perfection, absolute perfection. If you had to make a Batman game, this is how you make it. I heard since Suicide Squad kind of bombed that they're gonna go back to the whole like Batman storyline. I can't wait for that. Hopefully they can kind of pick up where they left off and just kind of forget the whole Suicide Squad thing. But yeah, Batman. If you haven't played them. I think to this day, they're still worth giving a shot to play, man. The story is good, and it just really gives you that feeling of being Batman. Definitely give it a play. Next up is Need for Speed, The Run. So my absolute favorite racing game on the PS2 was Need for Speed Underground 2. I love that game. I hope and pray that they will remake that game for the PS5. I actually didn't care for this one as much. I actually liked it Most Wanted more than this one. Because this one was, if you played it, you know, it's more of just like a story game more than just racing. It's too story driven to me, where it's not as open worldy as like Underground 2 was. The customization wasn't as good. I really just held on to it because it was like the only Need for Speed game I have for the PS3. But yeah, it's okay. Like I said, it's I more keep it just to be like, oh yeah, I remember that one, but it's kind of whatever. Next up is another series of games: Dead Space, Dead Space 2, and of course Dead Space 3. Love this series. I did end up buying the remake or whatever for the PS5 for Dead Space 1. It's kind of sad to hear that they're not going to remake Part 2 because I thought Part 2 was the best one. Part 2 was awesome. Part 3, unfortunately, it did go down, but I think they did it with the whole, I believe it was like the multiplayer thing that they try to do and all that, and they kind of got away from the horror aspect of the game. That's kind of what killed Dead Space 3, in my opinion. It's an okay game, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game, but I just think they got too away from the horror element, where 1 and 2 hit it like right on the nose. 2 has still got that perfect balance of horror and like balance of movement, because Part 1's problem was you couldn't really move and shoot that well. Like, it was kind of a little clunky, but Part 2 kind of cleaned everything up, and I thought Part 2 was amazing. I love this series. Highly doubt we'll ever get a Dead Space 4. They already said they're not going to remake Dead Space 2, so it looks like Dead Space is going to be put on the shelf for a while, which is really unfortunate because, like I said, growing up as a kid, this was like, I want to say this was like my Resident Evil kind of like horror game that I clung to, you know? Like, I love the Resident Evil games too, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really start playing the Resident Evil games until I was older. The Dead Space games were the ones that I was playing and really enjoyed these games. These games are awesome. If you haven't played them, it's a great series to get into. Next up is, this is more just because of the player on it. NBA 2K10, RIP Kobe Bryant, my favorite basketball player. Only kept it because he's on the cover. Literally the only reason why I've kept this game, because he's on the cover and he was always my favorite basketball player. Next up is another series. We got the Fear series, Fear 1, Fear 2, and Fear 3. First Encounter Assault Recon. I believe that's what Fear, oh yeah, it is. It's right there. That's actually what Fear stands for. Love this game. Thought it was awesome. Really helped introduce that slow motion effect and all that. Fear 3, same thing with like Dead Space 3, man. It kind of tailed off a little bit just because they were trying the whole multiplayer aspect and all that. I still thought it was okay. But yeah, you can definitely feel it get away from that like horror aspect of the game. I think Fear 2 is the best one of the series. But don't get me wrong, Fear 1, even though it does look a little dated, Fear 1 is a very fun game in my opinion. It's a little bit clunky, obviously, because it's an older game. It looks dated for sure. But overall, like Fear 1 is awesome. It hits that right tone of fear. I mean, no pun intended, sorry. It hits that right tone of fear and like action. And I love this series. I doubt we'll ever get a Fear 4. That's probably never going to happen because Fear 3 did not do well at all. But they didn't do well mainly, I think, just because they tried to do something with the multiplayer aspect and they just got away from what they knew. They should have stuck to that horror. It's unfortunate. It is what it is, but it'll always hold a special place in my heart because I did love this series too. Next up is a game that I'm not good at, but I do enjoy it. Man, Street Fighter, man. I love Street Fighter, and I'm never really that good at it, but it's a fun game, and fighting mechanics are awesome. I thought this game looked amazing. I still think it looks pretty good for how old it is, but yeah, man, it's Street Fighter, man, and I think Street Fighter always looks pretty good, and it's always a good time, so I couldn't get rid of this one. I love this one. Next up is another series of games, which is going to be Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2, Resistance 3. This is one of the few games where the third one's actually my favorite one. I really enjoy the story in the third one. I thought the shooting looked great. The shooting mechanics were awesome. And yeah, I don't know what really happened to Resistance. Actually, I do know what happened. I believe the whole reason Resistance got stopped too was because it's Insomniac, and Insomniac obviously moved on to Spider-Man. Which I'm not mad at it because I'd rather have Spider-Man than Resistance. But I think this is definitely an IP that they can go back to one day, and now they can add a multiplayer element to it, and I think people will be all over it. Between this and Killzone. This and Killzone were two of my favorite shooters. I did have Killzone 2. You're not going to see it here because I hope it's at my mom's house still. I hope I didn't get rid of it, but I know I had Killzone 2, which is one of my favorite games too. But yeah, Resistance, the shooting mechanics great, the story's great. I definitely think it's something they could go back to. I think it's something that would be welcomed by a lot of people if you remember the Resistance series. But yeah, man, Insomniac's kind of cooking with their whole Marvel thing going on right now, so I don't think that's going to happen. But Resistance 1 definitely is dated. It does feel old going back to. Same with Resistance 2. Resistance 3 still plays well. Obviously, the online is off, but the stories are still fun to go through. They're great games. And last up is everyone's favorite, Uncharted. Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. I do have Uncharted 4. I got it for the PS4. I don't even know if it came out for the PS3. I'm actually not too sure. I don't think it did. But I have Uncharted 4 for the PS4. That's my favorite one. My second favorite one is actually Uncharted 2. I love Uncharted 2. I think it's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. Uncharted 3, that plane scene, that's hard to beat too. That game is awesome. Uncharted just always looks better as they keep going. I hope, wish, and pray Naughty Dog will make an Uncharted 5. But who knows, man? With the way games are going, that game might not come out till 2030 for all we know. And yeah, I actually got into this game because I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here up top it says not for resale. That's the one that came with my PlayStation. So the only reason I got into this game is because this series like started with it coming free with my PlayStation. Back when you used to actually get a physical copy for free instead of those darn digital codes. That sucks, man. But anyways, yeah, I gotta thank PlayStation, man, because they're the reason I even started playing this. Played the first one, thought it was cool. Saw the second one, amazing. Third one, amazing. they just kept going up and up and up, in my opinion. And yeah, I love this series. I hope we get an Uncharted 5. I would love to see an old man Nathan Drake or something. That'd be freaking awesome. But yeah, that's Uncharted for you, man. If you haven't played it, which I doubt it, but if you haven't played it, play it. And that's going to be my collection, guys. That is my PS3 collection. I'll probably add a couple games here and there to it. Not as much because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I really don't turn on the PS3 anymore. But yeah, man, it's nice to look back at these games. and just see what I had and all the memories I had with it. But that being said, if you guys want to leave a comment, tell me what's your favorite PS3 game, man. What game do you look back and say, man, I love that one. I wish they'll remake that one, or I wish they'll make another one of that series. Let me know, and thanks for watching, and leave a like.